Hi, bestie. Welcome to my page, guys. We're going to get into some paycheck budget. I need to close out the previous budget and start my new budget. So if you're interested in paycheck budgeting, low income, cash wallet stuffing, then this video might just be for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi, bestie. Welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Let's just go ahead and jump into the things, guys. I need to close out my first paycheck budget of July. So basically nothing has changed a lot in here. The income is the same. And I do need to update my cloth and paper expense. The actual was $59.32. So luckily that didn't go up. And then I never did my cash stuffing for the week, so the actual is 0 for that. Because my focus was getting ready to go to the concert. So this was a simple and clean closeout for my first paycheck. Okay, so now let me check on my totals. Since I did not cash stuff my wallet, I need to deduct those amounts from what the budgeted total is so I can come up with the right total. But should I just go ahead and add up the actual, or should I just subtract it? What you think I should do? Just start fresh? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just start fresh with the actuals just to make sure that I have the right amount for bills and expenses for my first paycheck. All right. So it comes up to be $283.18. Okay. So at least I know that I will not be over budget for my first paycheck, and I'm going to update the totals at the bottom. How are you doing? How you're starting out the month of July? Hopefully all is well. All right, so let's see what my remaining balance will be for my first paycheck. All right, so my remaining balance is $117.59, and I will be able to carry that forward to my second paycheck. Okay, so I definitely have that IOU. I'm gonna take care of that during my second paycheck. And then also I need to add in the expenses that I incurred when I went to the Cowboy Carter tour. And then I also need to do my mood tracker saving. I know I gotta do those things. Alright, so let's get everything situated. Make sure you have your coffee, your tea, your wine, because this will be a little bit longer than normal because, like I said, I do have to add in my expenses that I incur at the Cowboy Carter tour. And I will try to include something in the video so I can share with you guys. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. My carry forward amount is $117.59. And this is actual. I'm going to place it in the budget too. And then I did end up getting a few sales on my website. So if you was the person that placed Shoe Charms orders, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And that is, let me get that amount. The shoe charm orders always come through, and that's $18 and hold on, let me get the right amount, 70 cents for that. And then guys, I received a tax refund from the city from the real estate taxes that I've paid. Wasn't expecting that. So I'm excited about that, guys. City, run me my check. I need to see. I knew we got it the last time. I didn't know I was gonna get another tax refund, guys, but that's $217.60. Happy about that. When you get unexpected money like that, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Alright, so let's add these totals up. So for this paycheck budget, $353.89. And just in case if you're new here, I don't actually receive a paycheck. I have a few online businesses, and that's how I make my money. And my consistent income is I do receive mortgage income and annuity payments, those guaranteed payments I receive that I always know I would get. Okay, so now let's get into my bills. Let's see what bills I've already paid. So I already paid all of my bills for the month. I typically do that the end of the prior month for the current month. But for this purpose of tracking it for paycheck, I just spread it out for the paycheck budgeting. And that's just for me having money saved. That helps me to pay my bills on a low income. But I am looking for like a part-time job. I've been looking for a part-time job for a while. Something remote, data entry. It doesn't have to be accounting. And I'm thinking I might need to change my resume up because it's just so heavily accounting. And I really don't have to get back into accounting. But if I could do like some data entry or some customer service remote, that would be absolutely awesome. Okay. So for the bills Prime, so for my Prime bill, I was able to reduce that to $6.99. So I was able to save some money on that, and I'm excited about that, guys. That's why I had to update my monthly budget actual amount for that. Okay. So now I need to add gas. We did get gas on Sunday. Let me get the receipt for that. And I had enough reward points for that, so I didn't pay a lot on gas. Alright, so that's $2.41 in gas. And that was for 24 gallons, and that was for my car and my daughter's car. So whenever I have to fill up, and if she needs gas, she will come along with me and we'll fill both cars up at the same time. So with Kroger Fuel Rewards points, you can fuel up to 35 gallons. So if I had someone else to come with me, they could have got at least 11 gallons of that. So guys, make sure you check out my gas fuel reward points videos to learn how to save on gas. So, cause how much you paying in gas, guys? How much are you paying? Alright, so for my cash wallet, for groceries, I want to do $75. And then for household, I want to do $25 because there are some things that I do need to get. And especially since I didn't even do the cash wallet or anything like that last week. I totally forgot, guys. Okay, so let me get some stickers because now I need to add in expenses that I incurred from the Cowboy. What? The Cowboy? The Cowboy Carter tour. Man, I be talking some crazy stuff, guys. I be talking crazy. Whew. Let me get my Beyonce stickers so I can add them to where I'm going to add the expenses that I incurred. Now, if you're new here, you might not have known this, but I have been saving towards the Cowboy Carter tour so I can purchase some souvenirs when I went to the concert. And we're going to see if I stay within budget. And since this is specifically for that, I do want to add some 4th of July stickers because I went to the concert on July 4th. So I would like to add some like flags and Beyonce sticker to this section for expenses that I did incur. Now, she did fabulous. She did fabulous and flawless per usual. And I have added some shorts from the concert, so you can watch it as well. You know, I do like going to the concerts. I have watched every location on YouTube, but it's just a totally different experience than being there. And we already decided whenever she has her next tour, we're not going to the US tour. We're gonna go to London or like Paris next time. That's the next goal. So we're gonna start saving and preparing for that. So whenever that comes up, that we're financially prepared for it. But that's the goal. We're gonna go overseas to see her next concert. But guys, back to my saving. So I had began saving for the Cowboy Carter tour earlier this year. Yeah, when we found out she was doing a concert, that's when I started saving. And I was saving towards purchasing some souvenirs. And I did do some cash stuffing videos. And I did do a final cash stuffing video last week. So check that out if you haven't. And I saved, $238 towards that. Now, I could have applied the money that my cousin and my daughter had refunded me back from when I purchased the tickets, but that money that I received from them, majority of the money that I received from them went towards different challenges. It didn't all go towards, for me to treat myself at the Cowboy Carter tour. I was going to save that money all to go to that tour. To spend. I won't do that. But anyway, I could have, but I didn't want to do that because I have other things I need to save for. Alright, so now that I added some stickers, I need to get my planner. And I did jot down some amounts in my Cowboy Carter tour cash envelope system too. So I need to pull those so I can get my amounts. So I had my budget planner with me, guys, and my cash envelope system with me, and they were looking at me crazy because I was jotting down things, guys. I was taking notes. But hey, that's what I do. Alright, so here's a chart here where I indicated what I've spent. Here, well, it's not a chart, it's a tracker. A weekly spending tracker that I added to my planner where I jotted down how much I spent on food and souvenirs. And that's what I need to add here. And so let me put the different categories: food, shirts, patches, and fans. That's where my money went when I was there. And I do have mixed emotions on that day, and I'll go over that when I do my mood tracker. Alright, so the food, let me go ahead and add up the food totals. Alright, so the food came up to be $62.80. Okay, so next. Okay, so the shirts came up to be $130. The patches that I got came out to be $40. And the fans was $55. So altogether, I spent $287.80. Let me double check. Yep. $287.80 is what I spent altogether. And that was for 2 days. And like I said, I did I already saved up $238. So I did go over my budget I don't know if I could say I had a budget, but that's how much I had saved doing saving challenges for that. Because I really didn't have a budget, but that's how much I had saved doing saving challenges. And so what I need to do is I need to pull money from other challenges that I've done to cover the difference from what I actually saved and what I spent. Alright, so here is my Cowboy Carter binder. And I have my tracker here. And I did add in my expenses here, but I need to add the total on here. And when that's that $287.80. But I got everything that I want, and if I remember, I'll take a picture and place it here so you can see what I actually got. I got the exclusive shirts. Happy about that. Because I really wanted that. And the great thing about it, guys, I didn't have to stand in line for any of these things. My daughter and my cousin did stand in the lines for the things. They let me stay in the car. So, and they didn't stay in the line very long either. You know, so, cause we got there with the merchandise truck opened at 2:30, and we were already there, and my daughter was in line. And then I think my cousin caught up with her. And I saw one lady, she had a scooter, and cause when she came back, she said, "I'm done." She got in front of everybody with her little scooter. Okay, so this is the amount that I need to add to it, that $49. So let me get my sinking funds binder. Let me see. Is there something I can pull from one of my sinking funds binders? Should I pull it from here? Miscellaneous? Miscellaneous is typically my go-to, but I don't even think I want to pull it from there because there are several challenges that I completed in the month of June, guys, that I never reallocated to a sinking funds yet. And I'm thinking maybe I should pour from that. Like, I have challenges here that I've completed. Okay, so this is my June mood tracker here. And let's see, how much did this total up to? Let me add, I didn't write the total on here, but I did complete this challenge. Let's add this up to see what this total up to. Okay, so this $70. So I could actually pull it from this challenge here to cover that $50 difference for what I incurred going to the concert. See, guys, I love the fact that you say, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to take the $50 to deposit it into my bank for the overage for the Cowboy Carter tour expenses, and then I can reallocate it, the $20 left, into one of my sinking funds. I think that's what I'm going to do. Man, it all works out. See, we save money. And since I was rushing to go to the concert, I had never reallocated this money. Because if I was thinking, I definitely could have taken the money to deposit to go towards Cowboy Carter. But I wasn't thinking about that because I had already did designated saving challenges for that purpose. So, which category do I want to add the $20? I think I'm going to go ahead and add it to miscellaneous. Because this is like my cushion for anything. And so, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add the $20 here to this sinking fund. And then I will have the rest deposited to cover the difference. Okay, 100, 200, 300, 400, 50, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, and then I'm adding an extra 20. Okay. So that will cover my miscellaneous fund, and I need to add the $50 towards my cash wallet so I can go ahead and deposit that. So that's basically it for the Cowboy Carter. I need to make notations in my planner and on my trackers, and I'm going to fast forward that part so we can get back into my paycheck budget. Okay, so now that I made all my notations on my planner and on my tracker, and let me make one more notation in my planner about my June move tracker and how I'm using that $50 from that particular tracker to cover the variance or the difference for that particular expense. Y'all know I got to have my notes everywhere. So if I ever have to flip back to this page that I have it documented and I actually know what I did. Okay, so I think I'm straight with that. Okay, so now that I have that taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and add my budgeted totals to the bottom for my second paycheck of the month of July. Alright, so my income $353.89. My bills, let's add this up. This is my bills and my expenses. And with my cash wallet, so that comes up to $109.40. And now, since I have that jot down, and I do have an IOU for the 52 weeks, $10. So I can go ahead and add that down to my savings challenge for the week. I know I gotta do that. And so I already went to the ATM and took some money out of the bank. So we kind of can get a head start on some of the things that I need to work on. Okay. But first I need to see what I have left in my cash wallet, count that up, and then we're going to go ahead and stuff my cash wallet for the week as well. Okay. So let me get that. Take this out. Okay. So and here's the money that I've taken out the bank that I can cash stuff towards my cash wallet as well as for groceries. Well, yeah, for the groceries, for the cash wallet, but also do different saving challenges that I need to work on for this week. Okay, so we'll put this to the side. Let's go ahead and cash this up. I'm not cash this up, count this up. For groceries, I have left, what, $7 left in groceries. And I don't have gas because, like I said, guys, I just recently got gas. So that took care of my gas. I guess I need to go ahead and add the $50 I need to deposit to with my deposit tab. I have to deposit that into the bank. Okay. Now let's go ahead and add the money for my cash wallet for the week. And I'm definitely going to have to condense this money down because I only have large bills left. But let me get my cash tray so we can place this money to the side. Alright, let's count this money up that I got from the bank. Okay. Let me move this. 20, 40, 90, 140, 190, 240. Alright, so I have $240 that I have to work with for my wallet and my saving challenges for the week. Alright, so I have $75 for groceries, so yeah. Let me go ahead and condense this down. Let me get my 52 week. Should I do my 52 week or pull it from my sinking funds binder? Let's see. Because I definitely have to condense this down. That's the only thing about going to the ATM. I have to condense. But let me check my sinking funds binder first to see if I can condense it. Because I have been doing a whole lot of condensing in the past couple of months with my sinking funds binder. Where I have a lot of large bills, but I do have some small ones and some of them. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if I can break down a $50 bill. Because I know I do have some ones and some $2 bills. Not sure about $5 bills. But let's see. How many ones? Do I have enough ones? Because I could do two 20s or do some 20s and some $2 bills. Let's see. I'm a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 ones in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So maybe 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So that is 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah. So I was able to break down 100 with the $2 bills and the 20s. And I need to recount to make sure I did that right. But let's go ahead and place the $100 back into the sinking funds. Alright, let's count this up. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Hold up. Yeah, I gotta put that back. Let's put this $20 back, guys. I was owed about $20. Okay, so let's put that back because I do not want to be over. But I'm glad I was able to condense that. Alright, let's recount. 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Alright, so that's $100. Okay. Now I can pull out the $75, and since I don't have no ones, what I can do is pull 76 and then take the $1 I have in my cash wallet back in the tray for that. And now I need to cash stuff my household. And then that will basically be it for my cash wallet for the day. Cause for my household, I'm only doing $25 for that. So let's pull $25 out. That $1 came in handy. And that's basically it, guys, for closing out my first paycheck, doing my second paycheck budget, and then setting on my cash wallet for the week. So, thank you so much for joining me today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment, guys. Engage with me in the comments. Have an awesome day, guys. Toodles!